You've heard it said before, the lone wolf, the ultimate symbol of independence. It's powerful, it's rare, and for many, it's something to aspire to. You walk your path alone, strong and unyielding. But there's another side to this mindset, one that's not often discussed. Is being a lone wolf as liberating as it seems? Or could it be holding you back in ways you never imagined? Today, we're going to take a hard look at the lone wolf mentality that is pushed to the limit. Not just its strengths, but more importantly, the hidden traps. The 6 reasons why this ultimate mindset can become a problem if you're not careful. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand how to leverage the best parts of being a lone wolf while avoiding the pitfalls that could silently sabotage your life. Have you ever felt like the world just doesn't get you? Like you're on a different wavelength and the people around you are merely distractions? It's tempting to think that you can handle everything on your own, but what if that independence is actually keeping you stuck? You could be making things 10 times harder for yourself without even realizing it. Let's dig into this. Here are the reasons why the lone wolf mindset, despite its appeal, could be the very thing holding you back. At first, it feels good to be self-sufficient. There's a sense of pride in knowing you don't need anyone else. You make your own rules, you do things your way, and that can feel empowering. But here's the harsh truth. When you're constantly isolated, your ego grows while your emotional world shrinks. Because in isolation, you never have to deal with compromise, challenge, or collaboration. Your ideas are never tested. You don't get feedback that sharpens your thinking or your actions. And while you may think that's a sign of strength, it's actually limiting your growth. Think about it. The greatest leaders, the most successful people in history, often surrounded themselves with smart, capable individuals. They sought out new perspectives, not to follow them blindly, but to sharpen their own vision. When you stay in isolation, your ideas never evolve. Are you avoiding others because you think they'll slow you down? Or is it because you fear being challenged? Real strength comes from refinement, not just from standing alone. Building emotional walls can seem like a smart move. You don't want to get hurt, and being a lone wolf protects you from the risk of betrayal or disappointment. But here's the catch. Those same walls that keep pain out also keep connection and growth away. You've probably convinced yourself that you don't need emotional ties, that they're just distractions. But deep down, humans are wired for connection. And no matter how much you push people away, a part of you still craves validation, understanding, and loyalty. When you deprive yourself of that, you might not notice it at first, but over time, it manifests in subtle ways. A growing sense of emptiness, a lack of fulfillment, a nagging feeling that something's missing, even when you seem to have it all figured out. Ask yourself, are you pushing people away because they're toxic or because you're afraid of vulnerability? Remember, there's a difference between setting healthy boundaries and building walls so high that no one can get close. Being a lone wolf often means taking on everything by yourself. You believe that no one else can do it as well as you, or maybe you just don't want to be seen as relying on others. But here's the cold, hard truth. No matter how strong you are, you have limits. When you refuse to ask for help, you set yourself up for a possible burnout. You're juggling all the responsibilities, all the stress, and eventually, something's got to give. You may not realize it, but over time, this mindset can drain your energy, your passion, and your creativity. When you spread yourself too thin, you miss out on opportunities to go deeper and master your craft. Think of it this way. A lone wolf may cover more ground, but a pack is far more effective at taking down the prey. Strength isn't just about carrying the load on your own, it's about knowing when to delegate, when to rest, and when to rely on others' strengths. Being a lone wolf often means trust is a scarce commodity. And while it's smart to be cautious, taking that too far can result in missed opportunities. Whether it's partnerships, friendships, or alliances, the inability to trust others can close doors before they're even opened. Think about the last time you turned down help or an opportunity because you didn't trust the person offering it. Did you miss out on something that could have elevated you to the next level? Yes, betrayal happens, but not everyone is out to get you. Learning to trust, even cautiously, opens up a world of possibilities. And the truth is, without taking some risks, you'll never know what you're truly capable of achieving with the right people by your side. Ask yourself, are your trust issues rooted in reality, or are they an excuse to stay in your comfort zone? Self-reliance is a trait to be admired, no doubt, but too much of it can be dangerous. When you rely only on yourself, you cut off the possibility of learning from others, of growing through shared experiences. Let's be real, you don't know everything. No one does. There are lessons and insights out there that you can only gain from other people. Whether it's a mentor, a colleague, or even someone with a completely different perspective, their input can be invaluable. By stubbornly sticking to the lone wolf mentality, you may be depriving yourself of the kind of growth that could take you to the next level. Here's the one no one likes to admit: loneliness. Being a lone wolf can feel empowering at first, but over time, it can lead to isolation. And prolonged isolation can lead to depression, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection from the world around you. It's easy to tell yourself you don't need anyone, but as humans, we're wired for connection. You can't ignore that fundamental need forever. Research shows that prolonged isolation increases the risk of mental health issues. And while it's important to carve out time for yourself, it's equally important to strike a balance. A lone wolf who never integrates with the pack can eventually lose his way. Could your quest for independence actually be causing you to lose touch with the people and experiences that matter most? Being a lone wolf has its strengths: independence, self-sufficiency, focus, but it's not without its costs. If you're not careful, the very mindset that makes you powerful can quietly sabotage your growth, your relationships, and your happiness. It's time to reconsider how you wield that lone wolf mentality. Learn to balance it. Leverage the independence, but don't let it imprison you. Challenge yourself to open up, trust a little more, and seek out connections that can propel you forward. In the end, strength isn't just about standing alone. It's about knowing when to let others in. And now, here's a question for you. What's one area of your life where being a lone wolf might be holding you back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video valuable or it sparked something in you, hit the like button or subscribe if you're ready to explore this journey further. Stay true, stay strong, stay proud. Thanks for watching.